Hello guys and welcome back to Bit Truth with your host Mark Luther. In today's video we are doing another video, okay, it's a monthly series about is it worth to GPU mine in 2018. In October 2018, is it really worth to start GPU mining and start mining cryptocurrencies through your GPUs? Okay, and we're going to do another video about ASICs really soon, so stay tuned for that. So now to start with, we're going to look at three famous cards in the mining community: the RX 588 gigs, the 1080 Ti, and the 1070 Ti. Now other cards, of course, either too old or not profitable, so most people favor those. And we're going to look at the difficulty charts. We're going to determine if it is really worth mining few coins or it is not worth mining few coins, you know. And we're going to also look at the price and ROI of these three cards. I tried to look for the best prices for three cards. Of course, some people are going to say these are not the best prices, you know, these are not, you know, the things that I would, you know, invest into GPU mining. Maybe you can find it less on Craigslist, but I don't care, to be honest, because I want a reliable source for my GPUs. If you get it from other sources, you might lose your money. That's the basic answer. So starting with what to mine, we are calculating the 1080 Ti, of course, 12 cents per kilowatt hour. Okay, now recalculating is 76 cents. Okay, on Bitcoin Gold profit. Now 18 cents are going to electricity, 71 cents on Ravencoin. Oh, of course, we're going to also look at the difficulty chart of Ravencoin. So now let's go here. Also this one, the RX 588 gigs, 66 profit, okay, 66 cents, but it's consuming a bit more electricity, to be honest, so keep up with that. Also we have the 1070 Ti. Let's calculate that, and keep in mind 12 cents per kilowatt hour. If you have less, you have higher, different percentages or different profits. Ethereum Classic on 1070 Ti. So the worst performing one is the 1070 Ti for some reason, maybe because it consumes more electricity for some reason, but on Ethereum it gets 52 cents solid. This can change really quickly. So we have determined, okay, here we have 76 cents profit. Of course this can change. 66 cents profit. Okay, and also you have here 53 cents profit. Okay, now the Ethereum difficulty chart, let's actually reload this a bit. And as you can see, in the last 7 days we had like about 1.38% increase. Now in the last 30 and 90 days there have been decreases, because also the Ethereum network was not as profitable as before. I mean, Ethereum itself, we had Ethereum dip below $200, people stopped mining it, and then pumped again, and then people start mining it. So people keep changing their perspective all the time, guys, all the time. So Ethereum Classic is a new player in this market. It's not a new player in the market, I mean new player in the mining market. Not a lot of people used to mine it, at least before Coinbase listing. 30 days difficulty change, of course, decreased. 7 days decrease, which is interesting. On the last day there has been an increase. 90 days there has also been an increase, as I said, Coinbase. Now Zcash is another player, and what I really hate about Zcash is actually the pump and dump in its hash rate, which is not stable. And Zcash, okay, the Equihash algorithm is one of the most power consuming algos out there. When you bind Zcash on your cards, expect, you know, an 80 degrees, okay, Celsius on your cards. That's how worse mining Zcash is. At least if you don't care for your cards and you don't overclock them, that would be a really bad thing. Now of course in the last 7 days there have been a decrease. 1 day have been a decrease for some reason. In the last 30 days and 90 days there have been insane increases. I wonder why. The Z9 mini is performing really good. Now let's look at Monero. Monero, what I like about Monero is mostly the pump and dump in its hash rate. Now it's not as significant as Equihash, as you can see. If we decrease, we go from about 77G, 65 or 63G. Basically what I would be looking at mostly is Monero, but Monero is not as profitable because the price is nearly $130, which is really bad compared to Monero back in December or even January. Okay, checking on it, it was about $491 all-time high, maybe 500 depending on what exchange. here, as you can see, there have been significant increases, but not as much, okay, as other coins like Zcash. Now also I wanted to shine some light on the Raven coin algorithm, okay, the X16R, I think, and we have 2.370 terahashes per second. Now, not your normal miner, and he made a video about this Raven coin difficulty, and it was a bit interesting because as an update I really didn't care about Raven coin because I used to mine it in the old days, but really didn't care for it because I'm not mining it anymore, you know. But when you have these significant, okay, increases in hash rates, okay, and difficulty, this will make the coin harder and harder to mine. Now what I think is, you know, Raven coin is not as worth to mine as before, okay. For example, in April or May you used to hit blocks. What I would think now is the best option for Raven coin miners is actually switching to other coins, okay. Maybe micro Bitcoin also has a high difficulty, maybe another option, I don't know. But for Raven coin, I don't think the price is really pairing with the mining. It's not as profitable as before. Now some people are mining it for the future, some people are caring for that, but to be honest with you guys, I take care of what is profitable right now and hodl it for the future. So I make profit right now and hodl it for the future. You gain 2 points and not just only 1. Now let's look at the ROI, okay, of these cards. Now I tried to get the best prices. Of course, don't get me wrong, because in the USA I don't know how cheap you can get a card, okay. I mean, here in the UK you can get a card, okay, really inflated in price, and some cards are not really inflated, only to check that it does not work. So here we have a 1080 Ti, about 11 gigs, and it's about $700. Okay, we have also on Amazon RX 580, 8 gigs, $219. You save about $90, okay, which is interesting. And here we get this card, and yes, $219, about what, 60 cents. And here we have also $145 saving on $454. Now of course this is by MSI, so hopefully you will get it from a reliable source and not from a guy who creates plastic GPUs and sells it for the public. So right now let's look at the profitability. Let's start with the 1080 Ti. So now we have the 1080 Ti. Let's look at our ROI, because it has been some time before I calculated some ROI. What is the price? About what, $700 divided by 0.76 profit. Of course this can change. 921 days. Interesting, to be honest. And now, okay, let's look on here. We have 60 cents, 66 cents on the BitTube thing, so 900 days. RX 580 to about what, 220, okay, divided by, where's the RX 580, 0.66 cents, 333 days. Interesting, guys, really interesting. But let's take it for the worst case scenario, okay, and let's divide it by the 0.56. What if I'm mining some Loki? Still not bad compared with the 1080 Ti. Now we have the incoming, okay, the 1070 Ti. Okay, maybe the title of this video will be actually, what is the best card for mining? Verse and verse? No, it wouldn't be. So here we have the 1070 Ti. Of course, let's check, and we have 0.53 cents. So the best card by far is the RX 580. Okay, even though it doesn't get that much of a profit, still it breaks the ROI. Okay, and the significant thing is, okay, the interesting thing is that you're buying it from Amazon and getting a really, you know, less off ROI. But what if you can buy it from, you know, eBay or Craigslist? Okay, buy a legitimate one, maybe buy a used one. You can get really cheap card and really cheap hash rate and really ROI really faster. Now 333 days, that's nearly 1 year. Of course, if cryptocurrencies go back, okay, back on track with the bull market, then we're going to see significant moves. And this is my last point I want to talk about. In October, okay, there is a lot of, you know, volatility coming, okay, at least based on a lot of technical analysts. And the interesting thing is that a lot of people are saying that the volatility is becoming really high. We can go upwards or we can go downwards. You can watch people like Alessio Rostani, okay, explaining this thing, okay, and he's a really good, you know, investor and technical analyst. You can listen for that. There are other people, but I think that's more of a reliable source. Now, some people are wishing to get it downwards because they can buy some cheap Bitcoin. Now, I'm not, you know, against this, of course, but as a miner, I don't want to lose, okay, my daily income on mining. And another thing I want to talk about is that I also don't want to lose my already invested in cryptocurrencies. Some people have invested $20,000. Imagine then having them also go even below. They wouldn't even handle it. So for cryptocurrencies, I hope for the best. I really hope for the best. And if we have a pump, I would sell at least, like, you know, 25% of my portfolio. Of course, this is not a financial advice. But what I'm doing right here is actually trying to plan out what is going to happen. And I'm trying to get plan B. Maybe I'll sell, like, maybe, you know, $100 to USDT, US Tether, okay? Maybe, you know, get some cheap altcoins if it goes downwards. If it goes upwards, then just hope for the best. Have the others, okay, the other 80 or even 75%, okay, profit, you know, like the 75% remaining portfolio. So thank you guys for watching this video from Be Truth. This is your host Mark Luther, and hopefully guys you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you made your mind about cryptocurrency mining. And if you are in cryptocurrency mining, don't forget to subscribe down below and join Team BitTruth for more cryptocurrency related content, and see you guys on the next video.